bring it down just a tad bit. Just a tad bit. It's gonna lag. Down just a tad bit. Just a tad bit. It's gonna lag. Shit is annoying. You know what? I'm just gonna go ahead and start. I'm watching myself, but you know what? At this point, like I don't even like. I'm just gonna go ahead and start. I'm just gonna go ahead and start. Let me try to share this though with people. You know what? I'm just gonna go ahead and start. I'm watching myself, but you know what? At this point, like I don't even like. I'm just gonna go ahead and start. I'm like, look at this shit is so fucking annoying. Sorry for cursing, but it's very frustrating when you are like, it really is frustrating because I don't understand like why I have this stupid lag when I never had it before. You know what I mean? Like, excuse me, I never had the lag before, and I'm gonna try not to let it get to me because the only way I can present this is it's is live. So anyway, let me share this link with people so we can get people on here. Because like I have to be able to go live, and so, let me stop complaining about it. Like let me not even. Like I have to be able to go live, and let me stop complaining about it. All right, y'all, let's just go ahead and get right on into it. I'm gonna try not to make too many sudden movements so that I don't wait, somebody's saying they can't hear me. All right. That's probably because I wasn't talking yet. Okay. This cannot be like this every time. I need to have a studio. Okay. Let's just go ahead and get into it, y'all, because no iPhone, DJ. Like we are not doing iPhones here. All right. People, please comment, you know what I'm saying? Get on the chat. Everybody comment, let's get into this. Like I said, I'm gonna try not to, because I had to come to y'all live because certain things you can't just be like, I'm gonna make a video about it. Like, no, like this is something is happening in real time. So, I'm like, I need to be able to we just need to get into it. And like I said, this isn't a video thing. This is a breaking news. This is worthy of me going live at this moment. So bear with me, guys, okay? All right. So we're just going to share the screen. We're going to read the first part of the article. Y'all already know what's got me hot and worked up right now. And yes, I am hot about this. This is going to be a real live. This is going to be me. Like it's always me, right? But you're going to see a lot of emotion come out of me. Excuse me. I don't plan on crying or anything, but it's this is quite the story. This really is quite the story. Live updates. FBI searches Trump's home in Florida. This is New York Times, who's hyped. They on time with it. You know what I'm saying? They already had the scoop. There was already writing the reports as it was happening. You wonder why, or you wonder how, excuse me. This is Mar-a-Lago. All right. FBI searches Trump's home in Florida. Former President Donald J. Trump said on Monday that the FBI had searched his Palm Beach, Florida home and had broken and had broken open a safe, an account signaling a dramatic escalation in various investigations into final stages of his presidency. The search, according to multiple people familiar with the investigation, appeared to be focused on the material that Mr. Trump had brought with him to Mar-a-Lago, his private club and residence. When he left the White House, those boxes contain many pages of classified documents, according to a person familiar with their contents. You see what I'm saying? Like this just happened around like 7:30, but New York Times already knows as a person familiar with the contents. And they wrote this about, like 15 minutes after this happened, but they already talked to the people who, they know that the documents are classified. Mr. Trump delayed returning, hold on. There we go. Mr. Trump delayed returning 15 boxes of material requested by officials with the National Archives for many months, only doing so when there became a threat of action to retrieve them. The FBI would have needed to convince a judge that it had probable cause in a crime, had been committed to get a search warrant, and proceeding with a search from the president's home would almost surely have signed off from top officials in the Bureau of the Justice Department. A spokesperson for the FBI declined to comment. Yeah, of course they did. Like, why? First of all, for like a raid like this that's unprecedented, they should already be on. They should already be like on the news. Like they should already be making statements. Y'all raided a former president's home, so you need to like get on, have a press conference and talk about what happened. Like this isn't something like, all right, yeah, tomorrow morning we're gonna, like, this has never been done before. So in such an unprecedented situation, you get on a camera, but everybody's just chilling. Okay. So anyway, Donald Trump was not there when it happened. Mr. Trump, who campaigned for president in 2016 criticizing Hillary Clinton's practicing of maintaining private email servers for government-related messages while she was Secretary of State, was known throughout his term to rip up official material, excuse me, that was intended to be held for presidential archives. Like, but what, how y'all bringing up Hillary, but y'all talking about he was ripping up, oh, but I'm gonna bring Hillary up for you. After working and cooperating with relevant government agencies, this unannounced raid on my home was not necessary or appropriate, Mr. Trump said, maintaining it was an effort to stop him from running in 2024. Dig this, right? I'm not even gonna read his statement from New York Times because they're not gonna tell you the whole thing. Let me see what they updated on. We're not even gonna like stick with. To Trump, then intrusion into his inner sanctum is nothing less than an assault by a bureau waging a years-long campaign against him based on personal grudges and political animosities this time. However, the man running the FBI, Christopher A. Wray, was Trump handpicked choice. Nope, he was confirmed by the Senate Judiciary. He was confirmed by this, but he might have picked him, but that doesn't mean anything. Like, I don't understand. Like, when people say that, like, well, Trump picked him, so why would he think that the guy, you know, Christopher Wray would do something to him if he picked them? People can do whatever. You don't know these people. You come in and you don't know them. You pick somebody, right? Or based off their credentials. Then you come to find out this person had a grudge with you. And I'm not saying anything like, oh, this is just because of a grudge, just because I want to say that, right? Okay. All right. So obviously, and then so the top House Republican Kevin McCarthy, I'm not going to read everybody's tweets, of California warned Attorney General Merrick Garland of payback for the search of Trump's property. McCarthy, who has refused a subpoena from House January 6th committee, said the Justice Department has reached an intolerable state of weaponized politicization. Yes, and pledged to investigate if Republicans retook the House in 2022 midterm elections. That they're not okay. I'm gonna come to y'all. I'm gonna first talk to y'all and kind of explain stuff, and then like we'll go to Twitter and see, you know, what they're saying in the Twitter world. So no, we'll go find his statement because I want to read. Matter of fact, let me go find his statement. That's what we'll do first. From his mouth, not from them saying whatever they want to say about it. Like I said, I usually try not to have a bias in situations. Like I usually try to bring all the information without my bias into it, because it is information, right? But a situation like this, you know, there's no other way for me to talk about it because it is weaponizing of the political atmosphere. So let me see if I can find his statement from Truth Social. I gotta hand it to, look at this. This is live outside his house. They done made, so let's make this big real quick. They done made it, you know, Reuters or whoever's out there. They already made it with the videos. You know what I mean? The red, white, and blue's going on. I'm trying to find a statement. I want to feel like I could find it. Hold on. Let me go to Epoch Times because I know it's on my Epoch. And like everybody's going live about this. Like everybody's talking about it. This is insane. It's not on my Epoch Times. That's I don't like using Google too much because they don't let you see it. You know, they'll say it's misinformation and then they won't show it to you. But Gonna show me everything else but what I'm looking for. I just want to see his statement. Sorry. If anybody wants to comment, tell me what they're thinking about all this, and yeah, they're not fucking annoying. Here it is. Think this every ad. Every ad. All right. All right. Bear with me. I gotta take a little drink. Y'all know how it is. I get a little thirsty. So all right, let's read his statement from his words. These are dark times for our nation as my beautiful home, Mar-a-Lago, in Palm Beach, Florida, is currently under siege and occupied by a large group of FBI agents. Nothing like this has ever happened to a president of the United States before. After working and cooperating with the relevant government agencies, this an unannounced raid on my home was not necessary or appropriate. It is prosecutorial misconduct. The weaponization of the justice system and the attack by the radical left Democrats who desperately don't want me to run for president in 2024, especially based on recent polls, and who will likewise do anything to stop Republicans and conservatives in the upcoming midterm elections. Such an assault could only take place in a broken third world countries. This is true. Sadly, America has now become one of those countries. Yeah, corrupt at a level not seen before. They even broke into my safe. What is the difference between this and Watergate, where the operatives broke into the Democrat National Committee? Here in reverse, Democrats broke into the home of the 45th president of the United States. The political persecution of President Donald J. Trump has been going on for years with the now fully debunked Russia scam, impeachment hoax number 1. Yep, impeachment hoax number 2. I don't even remember. Oh yeah, no, I do remember. It just never ends. It is a political targeting at the highest level. Hillary Clinton was allowed to delete and acid wash 33,000 emails after they were subpoenaed by Congress. Yes, absolutely nothing has happened to hold her accountable. She even took antique furniture and other items from the White House. That is hilarious. I stood up to America's bureaucratic corruption. I restored power to the people and truly delivered for our country like we have never seen before. The establishment hated it. Now, as they watch my endorsed candidates win big victories and see my dominance in all polls, they are trying to stop me and the Republican Party once more. The lawlessness, political persecution, and witch hunt must be exposed and stopped. I will continue to fight for the great American people. All right, so let's break down a couple things here. So they're saying like, oh yeah, he has some stuff. He has some paperwork from the White House, and we need to get those back. And he's like, so Lara Trump, his daughter-in-law, was on Fox News. So Will Cain was substituting in for Tucker Carlson. When is Tucker coming back? I can't wait to see what he has to say about that one. But anyway, Will Cain did a really good job. Like he was talking all about, like, I mean, he went in and I was shocked. Okay. But anyway, Lara Trump, she was like, yeah, I just got off the phone with him. You know, he's shocked and everything, but he was in New York when this happened. So, she's like, the stuff they're asking for is like, it was like newspaper clippings and things like that. Listen, I don't know what they're asking for, but excuse me, an FBI raid. Okay. And then they even said in the article, they said in the article, hold on a second, I'm just trying to see something. Oh, Debbie, you're here. Yeah, I knew I couldn't see my yo. Debbie, if you're still here, hello. YouTube always just tries to whatever. So anyway, they said in the article, they even said, yeah, he finally returned the stuff after a while, and we gave him a hard time. So why did y'all why did y'all raid the house? And they went into every room. And then they broke into his safe. So they're saying like, oh, when things like this happen, they had to get a warrant, like they had to really go through a lot to be able to be approved to raid his home. Yeah and no. Like he said, the Russia collusion, the Russia hoax. I saw this documentary on how they like were spying on this man before he even, like when he first said he was running for president, they started spying on him. Okay. It's called The Plot to Take Over the President or something. I can't remember the documentary. Sorry, y'all. But it was a good one. It was a good one. Cash Patel was on there. It was a good one. But they went to so y'all never probably even heard of a FISA court, right? Like, what is even that? Like, what is even a FISA court? I didn't, and I have to finish each thought, but let me tell you, I've just been thrusted into all this information because I didn't know, like, things were so good for so long. I didn't pay attention for a while. And that's what happens. You live in cool. So you're a little spoiled. So you don't even look around to see how much corruption there is. There is corruption. We know that there's corruption on a regular level. But when you have something called a FISA court that you make up evidence, you tell this court, this non-existent court, right, that people don't even know exists. The only reason why we know this name FISA court is really because what happened with him. And there's been people who've written about it, but it's like some court, deep state. They come and they said, we got a Steele dossier. Donald Trump is out there doing something with Russia and the banks and everything was made up, and it has been debunked. It has been debunked, right? So that happened, and then but they were able to drum up all this confusion where we had a president for a long time that even me myself, because I was only reading headlines, I'm like, he's not a legitimate president because he worked with Russia. Like, this is crazy. He worked on my emotions. That's why they'll never get me like this again. Worked all the way on my emotions. Okay, I'm all, this is like treason. He worked with Putin and our elections. I'm all, because I'm reading headlines. Yeah, they get people. That's how they get people. This is why I do this. You know what I'm saying? This is why I do this. That girl, Casey Media. Yes, because they don't tell us all the information. They just give us headlines and then they expect us to go off emotion. But anyway, so it's been debunked. It was being debunked in real time, even by leftist media, but leftist alternative media, like Jimmy Dore. Jimmy Dore was like, this isn't real. Y'all need to stop. Like, y'all look crazy. Democrats, like, don't go on this Russian thing because it's not real. Like, people were debunking it and it had been debunked. And like he said, we're gonna go back and go back to the share. Hold on. I don't even know why I came out of it in the first place, right? So yeah. All right. So for a moment, I was like, oh, what was impeachment hoax 1? Again, they had me too. Donald Trump is working with Ukraine against Joe Biden or something. And I'm like, oh my God, he's calling it. And Donald Trump is holding monetary aid against Ukraine. If they don't plant Joe Biden into some sort of, like some lie. They made it seem like Donald Trump is telling Ukraine, I'm not giving you money because you need to tell me what Joe Biden is doing out there. That's not technically how it happened, right? But here's the thing. They try to impeach him over this conversation. But the thing is, he did. So when he said it, it was because Joe Biden's son was on, I just had deja vu. Okay. Joe Biden's son was working with Ukraine for an electrical company called Burisma. It was a Burisma scandal. So Joe Biden's son, while Joe Biden is vice president, he's on the Hunter Biden. He's on the board of directors for some Ukraine electrical company. Like, the man know anything about electric, getting millions, getting pizzade. What happened was there was a Ukrainian prosecutor who was looking into this company because this company was corrupt. So when I finally figured out the story and was able to break it down. So back in 2020, I talked to a Ukrainian coworker of mine, and I was like, yo, what's up with this Burisma thing? Like, what really happened? He was like, nah, yeah, like, it's good to get the information from the people a lot of times who are genuine, but this is like their home. So then they know really what's going on. Because, CNN was saying like, oh, it's a hoax. It's a hoax. And he was like, nah, it's not. He's like, yeah, like there's a lot of corrupt dealing with this electric company. And then you got a lot of people in Ukraine, like suffering, can't get electricity or whatever, because they holding on to it. Sounds like Haiti. Like that might sound crazy to you. Like, what do you mean they couldn't get electricity? Yeah, like in Haiti, they hold on to electricity. The government give it to you when they feel like it. Okay, so there's a lot of things that happen in other countries that sound insane. And you're like, that's crazy. Why would they do that? Yeah, because you live your American life. You don't know that this stuff happens. That's why I tell people, like, you don't want to leave. You don't want to know the other side. It's not greener. It's not. But anyway, so Hunter Biden was getting buku bucks. And so now, Joe Biden, the Ukrainian prosecutor was like, yo, there's something going on in this company, and we're going to shut it down. So Joe Biden, as vice president, my man is on video saying this, okay? And if I would have known, I would have went this far. Now, he says, there was a corrupt prosecutor. He doesn't say my son was working in XYZ. And he's not going to tell you the whole story because it'd be crazy. He's like, there's a corrupt prosecutor. I think this was what made Donald Trump make that phone call. But anyway, there's a corrupt prosecutor who was doing too much in Ukraine. And I told them in Ukraine, you need to get rid of that prosecutor because or else we're you need to get rid of this prosecutor. And they were like, oh, why? We're not going to do that. And he was like, if you don't get rid of him, I'm going to hold the federal aid, or the aid that we send to you. And they were like, no, you can't. And he was like, watch me, basically like, watch me hold this aid. You're not going to get this money. And then in the video, he's like, oh, son of a bitch. Didn't excuse me for cursing, but that's what he said. Don't you know? They got rid of that guy that, proud. He says it on video. And that's what happened. And so they did get rid of that prosecutor. And then Hunter Biden was able to get as much, get back doing whatever. Okay. And so Donald Trump was trying to figure out, like, what was going on? They tried to impeach him over this. Like, you asking too many questions. It's the president of the United States asking too many questions. And then they made it seem like he was colluding with Ukraine now. And then me back then, I'm like, oh my God, is Ukraine too? Like, anyway, like, this is why I can't stand the media. Like, okay. So, and then we know impeachment hoax too, January 6th. January 6th, they keep saying like, oh, Donald Trump made the people go into the Capitol. This is all I'm going to say, because there's somebody watching this live, and I know they're going to have a hard on for me. And YouTube, she's talking about misinformation, disinformation. I don't know. Okay. But all I know is I remember that day very clearly. And when that nonsense was going on, he was still making his speech at the Independence Mall when they were doing what they were doing. Okay. So y'all like, oh, it's his fault. It's his fault. That's why everybody, went into the Capitol. He never told them to go into the Capitol. I can't be, if I tell you come to my house, right? And we're gonna have a big party, we're gonna have a good time. And then you get a bunch of people who all of a sudden start acting up outside and start, fighting and stuff. And then they end up breaking into somebody else's house. How am I didn't tell them to do that. I was in here cooking and serving. They went out there and did something dumb. And people say, but what is his fault? What's his fault? That a bunch of people went and did something stupid? That's why would he ever want that to happen? It's messed up the certification of the election anyway. Like, it made it where they were like, just go ahead and certify it. It's all right, just go ahead and certify it. Why would he want that to happen? They went in at the right time. There's a lot to unpack with that stuff. I'm not going to go there. So now, when he brings up Hillary Clinton had all these emails, and this stuff came out right before the first election, okay? The 2016 election. I remember when it came out, but I wasn't paying attention. It was like bad emails, okay? Hillary Clinton, yeah, like you said, she asked to watch. They said, we need the information. They said sis broke her cell phone and everything. Was like, oh, no. Let me break all this up. Nobody raided her house. Now, the piece de resistance, Hunter Biden, he has a laptop. I remember now by October 2020, I'm paying full attention. Hunter Biden has a laptop. That laptop, I mean, to this day, his cloud must be connected to that laptop. I don't know. Mad pictures of crack. This guy got crack nuggets. You know what I'm saying? Weird pictures with him and kids. Just gonna leave it there. Okay. And mad emails about all his collusion and all like his dealings in China, all these dealings, and somebody he refers to as the big guy. Okay. And these people embezzling, and they splitting off the money, right? When this happened in 2020, of course, I was like, oh my God, this is like big, you know, but Twitter was taking people down. They said, I wasn't on Twitter yet. They said people would losing their account talking about this. They suppressed that story to it was ridiculous. Like they suppressed it. And I'm like, no, the American people should know that they're getting ready to vote in a man who China is like happy that he's coming. China was like, yeah, we can't wait for Joe Biden to be president. That's how much dealings that they had going on. There's so much corruption in that laptop. And then they kept saying, no, it's Russian collusion. They said Donald Trump, you know what I mean, got Russia collusion to do the lab. Everything is Russia. Everything is everything. When Hunter Biden was having a good time partying it up or whatever, he must have been hung over the next day, took his laptop to go get fixed somewhere and forgot to go get it. That's how rich you are. I could never drop off this laptop and be like, oh yeah, I'm gonna just go ahead. No, I gotta get my ish back, you know what I mean? Anyway, and then the guy, you know, he's fixing the stuff and then he sees a bunch of corruption. So he gives it to the FBI. They still have it. These people did nothing with it. And then they said, it's Russian collusion until, yeah, this year, all of a sudden people are like, well, actually it's not Russian collusion. I think it's a real laptop. And they started reporting it on it this year. Now you can hear it on CNN everywhere. Like this laptop has so much corruption in it that you never heard the FBI raid Hunter Biden. What's going on? What's going on? Why this is a problem to me? It's unprecedented to do that, first off, to a president, but it's not just that. Clearly, I don't like him. I don't like him. Y'all ain't gotta like him. They don't like him. There's something about that man. Like, y'all don't like him. But what it is about that man is, and people always, try to say, listen, hold on, y'all. Me trying to be fast. And thank you for your patience. The thing is, people will say, when I try to talk to people about certain things, oh, I know you're a fan of Donald Trump. Don't play me. Don't play me. Don't play me. I'm not a fan. Don't do that. I'm not no fangirl of Donald Trump. Okay. I know where you're trying to go with this. Okay. My savior is Jesus Christ. It's my Lord and Savior, the Most High God. I don't worship people. I worship God. Now that we got that out the way. Okay. Everybody, no matter how much you don't like this guy, some people get really deranged about how much they don't like him, but you know that it was not like how it is today. It wasn't like that in 2017, 2018, or 2019, 2018 and 2019. Okay. It wasn't like that. It wasn't like what it is now. It's gas prices. I always bring up the gas first. Yeah, because we got to get from point A to point B, right? Okay. Never seen numbers like this before on his watch. Never did. Okay. And not to mention, there was COVID, not for the whole presidency. I ain't say 2020. That's 2019. I know 2019 was smooth because I was feeling myself when I bought a second car. And then the truck that I bought, it only took $45 to fill that tank. Today it takes 100. Okay. So it was drilling at home. All right. No matter how much you hate them, it wasn't like this today, how it is today. I seen gas prices here start in Philadelphia, start touching almost $6 a gallon, almost $7 in certain places. And then in California, we were up to $9. Now they're coming down. Joe Biden tells you, you know what I mean? Yay, we're on a decline. Yeah, except for that bill that just passed. Oh, they're getting ready to go back up. Oh, you better believe, you better bet your bottom dollar they're gonna go back up. Okay. And this is what I was supposed to be taping today. Was supposed to be about the bill. But this has nothing to do with Trump. This has to do with government stepping away. What's going to stop them? I'm about to get there. Trust me, I'm about to get there. But the thing is, right? Like these people, what happened is in 2016, I tell you, they didn't expect him to win. I didn't expect him to win, but he won. And for 4 years, he focused on America first. And the reason why I'm bringing this up is why people should understand why I look at him differently than any other president in my lifetime. Yes, I never thought I would say this. I never thought I would, but it's true because I can look back and I can actually see a decision that he makes and how it was good for the country. I've read his executive orders. I've seen what he was trying to do. And as soon as Joe Biden came in, he slashed them all with a pen. All right. But here's the bigger thing. Like Debbie just said, they did this to him. They can do it to me. This conversation I'm having with you right now is already anti-government, right? Y'all seen the video. Were y'all here for the live? When I said they're slowly burning away your rights. If they don't like how you sound, they will come for you too. Yes, they will. Merrick Garland, the FBI, the head of the FBI, who's doing all of this. Don't forget, last year, he was on it. He was on a mission. He was going to get the domestic terrorists. And he had to, because he had to keep the country safe. Yes. Okay. Who were the domestic terrorists? The parents. The parents who were showing up to the school board meetings. They were the domestic terrorists. Oh, why? I remember Joy Ann Reid. Yeah, the white supremacists are going to the school board meetings. Look how they're acting. And then they had showed you this tape of a man being like, tussling with the cops and everything or whatever. What happened was this man that was tussling with the cops that she was calling a white supremacist. You want to know what his story was? When they put gender neutral bathrooms in his daughter's school, there was a boy who said he felt like a girl went to the bathroom and sexually assaulted his daughter. Okay. And so when he's at the school board meeting and they're like, yeah, we're not having any problems with these with these gender neutral bathrooms. They're just fine. No, there's no issue. And he was raising his hand like, no, wait a minute. There is an issue. Y'all know, like I already told. And then that's when they were like, get him, shut him up. We don't want nobody to hear this. Okay. And then the same kid apparently went to another school and did the same thing again. But these were the domestic terrorists. They said, I remember all the white supremacists are there. They protested. Yeah, they weren't white supremacists. It was all Americans there. Okay. Black people were there too, protesting. What are you teaching my kids? This CRT, you teaching my kids, telling you telling a white child that you are innately evil because you're white and your blood has racism in it. And you telling a black child you are innately a victim because this white human is above you from the rip. That's dooming children. That's terrible. You don't tell kids that. So when parents started fighting, they called them domestic terrorists. I mean, there was paperwork written about this. Okay, this is a example to show you. Don't step out of line. We raid presidents too. Y'all better cling to reality as hard as you can. This does go deeper than Donald Trump. I just wanted you to know why. For me, I'm like, boy, he's fine with me. But the only thing two things I'm mad at him about is the 2 weeks of slow to spread should have never happened. And he should have went in there, and he should have fired everybody in there from the first month he was there. But he knows that now. So if he goes back in, everybody getting fired. I know me, I would go in. Colonel Doug McGregor said, go in there, fire, be a butcher, fire everybody. He didn't. This time he would. But this goes deeper. It's us, this is an example. If we can do this to a president, don't step out of line. We just wrote a bill. Hey, Broken Traditions, thank you for coming over. We just wrote a bill that we about to take away all your oil, all your gas. We're going to give you electric, everything. We're going to give you water houses. Yes. You know, we're going to give you all this stuff and you're going to like it. You're going to shut up and take it. If you say too much, you become anti-government. We're going to raid your house, plant something in there and say that we got it out and then put you in jail. Yeah, my mind goes there. Why not? It's not hard to do. They done been all in every room. Oh, look what we found. They do this. So cops, not all cops are bad, but cops are agents of, foot soldiers of the establishment. They are. Let's go ahead and put that in. Put on in. I mean, look what we found at Trump's house. Yeah. Let's see what Twitter's saying. I'm pissed. I'm mad. I'm mad. What is this? People outside? Oh, fake news. This people that made it outside the Mar-a-Lago. I know that's. Hold on. Yeah. So hold on. Sorry, y'all. My mouth is. We're headed to a totalitarian country. Yes, broken traditions, please. I hope you talk about this on your channel. We are. And I need everybody to know that. Everybody, every race, it's time. Okay. Because people would get hyped and say, yeah, I know that's right. I know that's right. And, you know, they got Donald Trump or, yeah, oh my God, yeah, they got Donald Trump. Yeah, he's a misogynist. He's xenophobic and all, you know, all these things. No. This is an example. We take presidents. For the ones who's going to clap about this, then that means you better be with the narrative down to a T. You better never step away from the narrative. Because the day you do, you become public enemy number 1, too. Okay? Okay. This has nothing to do with, because he's a bad guy. Nah. You are not allowed to think for yourself. You're not. They have something going on with Alex Jones right now. Something about the Sandy Hook joint. You know what I'm saying? He said he wasn't sure if it was real. He said it a few times. That's his thought. He didn't laugh. He didn't, you know what I mean? He said it felt like a false flag, but he's allowed to say it's freedom of speech, right? Yeah, it took him off the internet for that. They took him off the whole air for that, number 1. But if that wasn't enough, they're suing this man like crazy because he made a statement. And anybody, even if you don't like Alex, even if you don't like Alex Jones and the stuff he says, he can be a lot for people to take it, but it's still the freedom of speech. You don't place yourself. People get very, very personally emotional, like, well, I don't like him anyway. That's not nice. You know, the stuff that he says, it's not nice. I remember when they took Alex Jones off, they took him off the same time they took Farrakhan off, okay? And they said Alex Jones was a white supremacist, and they said Farrakhan was an anti-Semitic. I was like, listen, and at the time I didn't know who Alex Jones was. I said, look, first of all, I you know, as far as Farrakhan, I'm like, whoever's saying that, I'm not Muslim or whatever, but I haven't heard him say anything like, I hate Jewish people, whatever. You know what I'm saying? But I was like, I don't know who Alex Jones is. I said, I don't care if he's the dragon, the KKK dragon. This was back in the day before I was this person. I said, I don't care if he's the leader of the KKK. Don't take him off. He has a right to speak, okay? I said, he has a right to speak. It is his free speech. And I have a right to turn it off. I'll use the block button that they gave me. I'll turn them off. So when they said they took him off the air, I was like, you know, that's crazy. I was like, you know, and the reason why I stay stuck on the Alex Jones part is because somebody would think like, well, he's a white supremacist and you're black, so you should, no, I'm not cudgeling this weakness. No, that's weak. I don't like what he's saying. So I don't have to listen to it. You better man up. It is his constitutional right. But that's not even what he was saying, right? But what I'm saying is, even if somebody's saying something I don't like, I don't have to listen to it. But I'm not going to take their right away to talk. Matter of fact, I want to know that's how you feel, so that I don't have to guess. I respect the person, but I don't like you because you're black. Cool. You're a-hole, and I'm out. I just don't have to mess with you. Yeah. Yes. Keep it real with me. Don't pander to me. But when when the internet, when big tech does stuff like this, yeah, they have too much power. And when they do things like this, it's not to help people. We feel bad that Black people are, they're talking about Black people, so we're gonna take them off. We feel bad that they're talking about Jewish people, so we're gonna take them off. That's not what it's about. It's just an example of we're gonna exercise our power. They don't care about you. They hate you. Okay. All right. So let's see. Unfortunately, many people will cheer about the raid on President Trump. They have blind misplaced hate. So many have been screaming about unfair, unjust criminal FBI for years. This behavior isn't new. They've just expanded their targets. That's true. That is absolutely true. She's right. She's right. A lot of these bureaus of investigations or federal agencies should have been abolished a long time ago. Yeah. Yeah. Which is it's so funny because I just watched J. Edgar with Leonardo DiCaprio the other day, and I was like, I look into some stuff with this FBI. You know what I mean? But it's true. It's true. A lot of this regulatory agencies, all these CDCs, and I gotta be careful what I say. But we don't need all this. We really don't. But yeah, they expanded their target. They telling you that's what happens, right? So when the founders of this nation made this country, that the government was supposed to be small, and it's getting bigger and bigger. Excuse me, it's getting bigger and bigger, right? Okay, we need to slash some of it off, go back to small, and then the states can govern themselves. You get more power, you're able to do too much. I don't believe in that. I don't. And people destroy policies. You may make something that's supposed to be good for the people. We're gonna do this program or something supposed to help people or protect people, but people are corrupt. And if they don't answer to at least they don't answer to the Most High God or some thing above them, corruption, it's a human thing. There will be no parameters. They do whatever they want. Okay. FBI raided Trump's house, in my opinion, so you wouldn't find out Hunter Biden's laptop and self-recordings go back to Obama and admin Obama personally. I did in my head, I was like, I'm not saying like this is true, but I'm saying like, I was thinking like, he might really have something that like, they're like, oh no, we can't let them see this. I don't know, but I don't want to get, I don't want to get so I don't want to get so like hyperbolic and fanatical and like, make it feel like it's a movie if this isn't. So I don't want to go there, but I was like, man, let me find out he got something. He got the real story of what they doing globally. Because it's a globalist movement. That's another thing. I tell you, this is global equity. This isn't about America first. You should read that bill. And that bill, if you're not healthy, please hurry up and get healthy. They're gonna put any old person as a physician. It's crazy. Yeah, broken traditions, yes. Broken traditions, the IRS agents, they're weaponizing the IRS. Yes, they are. And they're not going for the billionaires. They're not. That's how they lied to me. Let me pay their share. They told me that with Obamacare. I was like, okay, yeah, they should pay their share. Until I found out that I was part of they pay their share. I was like, wait a minute, why did my insurance just triple? And to this day, I'm crippled by insurance. I'm trying to figure out how I like the shucking job with insurance. Okay. This is no joke. These politicians are out here playing chess with the entire systems, fooling its voters. People are falling for all the theater tonight. Nah, this isn't theater, man. It's not theater. It's not. You're not supposed to, you cannot take this law into your own. They didn't work together to do this. You can't just, if we let these precedents happen, you will sit back and watch the totalitarian, the authority come and just take over. We can't just be like, yeah, it's just theater. No, at some point, we have to realize this is not just theater. Even if it is, this has never happened before. Even if they like, oh, we're going to do this to mess with them and distract them. No, not like this. Distract me with something else. This is too much. All right, let me see what people were saying to me. You see? Wonder what the wonder what the FBI planted. So they don't even need warrants. I really don't know why civil war is trending. The states are not broken up with two territories. You will have a few idiots committing crime. Nah, this is a fifth dimensional warfare. Like, and I can't say it like that, but you have two. Okay, you have a side that, not a side, but like there's a group of people who believe in the American way. Invest in the individual, whatever. You know what I mean, and be you. This is a free market and do what you got to do. And then you got another group of people who want to take people down just if they even look at them the wrong way, like, you misgendered me, and they just want to take down free thinkers. How long is that supposed to last? And then again, Hunter Biden is walking around here doing just fine. He's doing just fine. You know why? For me too, again, this is not just theater, because I'm Haitian descent. Yo, man, this place is starting to look like Haiti. This doesn't happen here because we have a constitution that we follow. We're not a democracy. We're a constitutional republic. Okay? But I'm seeing things happen with power, and I'm like, this reminds me of Haiti. It does. So what's it going to take for people to see? Maybe when they start rewriting the Constitution, I guess. I don't know. All right, let me see what people were saying to me. And then I am about to end this in a little bit. Thank you, Empress Sunflower. Thank you. So, yeah, I was tweeting about the bill earlier. I mean, it was just let me see, and then let me just show y'all what I said. I knew you was some kind of Caribbean lawyer, the accent. I think you hear more of the New York accent because which is only there a little bit, because y'all New Yorkers, but I think Broken to just you from New York, because I feel like you definitely are from New York, because like your accent is like crazy. Like, but like y'all be like dead ass, yo, like anyway. I think that's what you hear, but I don't know. But I mean, thanks anyway, right? Like I was born, so just as a little background on Casey, right? I was born in Brooklyn. I am an American citizen. I was born here. I'm American. And that's the thing about America, right? Like it's a melting pot. Like you could be like, I'm American and have and be like of Chinese descent, but you're American. You were born here. Like I know a Filipino girl named Renee. She was my friend, from childhood years, and Facebook had sent her some weird stuff and that, thinking that she wasn't from here. And she's like, I'm a natural born American. Oh, yeah, like, yeah, that's the beauty of it. That was supposed to be the beauty. But, the differences that we have. I know, guys, I'm not removed from the fact that there's discrimination. I'm not sugarcoating the things that happened in the past and all that. I know. Believe me, I've dealt with discrimination. But what I'm saying is, in theory, like our differences are supposed to be like, you're not supposed to say like, I don't see differences. No, there are differences, but it's to be appreciated. Like I like Vietnamese food, you know what I mean? And American Vietnamese people, I've made me Vietnamese food before, or Black American culture, like my best friend, Black American, like, and her family, they've taught me a lot about Black history, Black American history. Like, that's what I mean. Like, it's supposed to be, I like Irish potatoes. I remember when I had Irish potatoes, they were really good. It keeps going to food, right? But like, that's how it used to be. My family is biracial government hates people like us. We're not pure in their eyes. We are substandard. They never talk about biracial families. Yeah, the government hates anybody who unites and shows even, biracial, like, oh, you came together in love and made a family. You know what I mean? So they hate that. They do. Yo, but my cousin was like, you need to watch the Black Messiah, Judas and the Black Messiah. All right. And I was like, here we go. Another woke leftist movie. I was like, man, I ain't watching that. He's like, no, Casey, watch Judas and the Black Messiah. You're gonna like it. All right, I'm gonna go ahead and watch. I watched it and I did like it. Judas and the Black Messiah is about Fred Hampton. Now, of course, this is a biopic, so everything is not perfect. But I like the Irish potatoes, Deej. I did like them. But yeah, Judas and the Black Messiah was about Fred Hampton. Yes, it is a bit of a biopic, but here's the part of the story that I thought was very magical. They were in the Black Panthers. Is like he was like the leader of the Black Panthers, and they were like in some serious poverty, right? But they realized that their enemy. So then there was another group called the Southern Confederates or something like that. They were called the Southern Confederates. These people, like when they would have their meetings, they had a big Confederate flag like right behind them and everything, right? Black Panthers walked in and was like, yo, we need to come together, bro, because like my problems are not with you. My problems are with the establishment. And the Southern Confederates was like, yeah. And then there was like another squad, like a Puerto Rican squad. Like, I can't remember exactly what they were called. They all came together. You hear this, the Southern Confederates, Confederate flag. They were like, yo, yeah, we have the same problems. They united and they started to like do things for their community. They were like, they were looking to the real problem. And then all of a sudden, Fred Hampton was dead. Okay. There was an infiltrate in his it's a good movie. There was an infiltrate in his squad who was working with the FBI, and then all of a sudden he was dead. Nobody knows, whatever. Okay. They don't like when we come together. They don't, because when we stop a lot of, and again, I know I'm not sugarcoating anything, but when we stop a lot, but in 2022, when we stop a lot of petty arguments and we really look up and be like, hey, wait a second, you're not the problem. Wait a minute, you mean to tell me that your gas prices went up too? No, wait a minute. Oh, it's them. Forget it. Then, that's a threat. That's a threat to them. So they got to keep us, you know what I'm saying? They got to keep us bickering at each other about things that don't matter. They don't. There was a time where there was a bickering that was necessary. Right now, they are dividing us in these different groups. Women, well, barely women. Women don't even get a group. You know what I'm saying? Men keep coming. The trans community, that they, but they keep dividing us in different groups. Man, Black, brown, BIPOC, non-white, white supremacists. Stop that. People under God. Anyway, so yeah. I was like, really, I was like, wow. I was shocked. So I had said, I just can't find the words to describe how diabolical this is. This administration has federalized everything, and they're currently weaponizing the IRS. This Build Back Better is the doctrine for what's to come. So again, do not take this raid on Trump's home too lightly. Yes, the stuff is, they got a doctrine. Like this bill that passed, that's why Kamala was like, and the vice president. Yeah. They know their religion. They like, yeah, we got our Bible through. Yeah. Then I was like, before he was president, the corrupt Clinton campaign went out of their way to make a Steele dossier lie that even the most leftists with brains was debunking in real time. Today, they said that he didn't return something to the White House. Then he was raided. That's all they need. You didn't give us back something. Let's go raid. What the heck is going on? What he got in there? Did I put? So if they don't like you, they will come for you. And if they do like you, you can go ahead and smoke crack, touch little kids while recording on a laptop. And no one bats an eyelash. No one even argues the laptop isn't real anymore. And then I was like, I'm not going to stop sounding off about this. Matter of fact, I'm trying to get my connection together to go live, and then I did go live. So I'm about to wrap it up because I'm going to see what other people are talking about on their live. But let me tell you this, guys, and everybody who joined me, you know, my best friend was texting me, Debbie, Broken Traditions. I love y'all. I do. Y'all just like, y'all are awesome for coming through. I'm gonna just say this. And it's not just, oh, because Donald Trump is rated for the person who, listen, people are going to think whatever they want to think, right? There's a spiritual battle going on out here. There is. If you are a free thinker, if you think freely, you are a target. You may not feel like it now, but one day you will be. If you say that you believe in God, you're already a Christian nationalist, right? And if you say you believe in God, yeah, you hear the term Christian nationalist, right? What's a Christian nationalist? Somebody who believes, when I saw a test that they were given about that, they said, you know, if you say that Jesus should enter your heart and things like that, you are a Christian nationalist. Amazing. Okay, they play in with words. All right. I went into this spending bill, and that's what I was going to talk about tonight. But when I went into the spending bill, and I'm looking, the stuff that's on there, the plans that they have, I tried to go in with a clear eye, like, you know, I'm not gonna, you know, just do the whole, I don't like the Biden administration, so everything is bad thing. No, I mean, I found one loophole where I'm like, well, maybe if people do this, they might be able to move, shuck around. And I'll be making videos about that. I'll be making more videos. More videos are going to come out this week, but this was breaking news. But anyway, that bill, it controls everything. They're modernizing everything. So the point is, when they're modernizing everything, you know, in real time, it's control on the people. All right. So now, American Patriot, thank you for coming through. Abolish the FBI. Absolutely. We do not need all these agencies. We don't. But now, so you free think, you are in a foundation of reality. They're going to try to, because when you have a foundation of reality, when you really know what you know and you feel strong about it, they're going to try to crush you because you won't shut up. You won't. You can't. How can you? Right? So all this, there's things going on that have been prophesied in the Bible. No, not Donald Trump being raided. Somebody, no, Donald Trump is in the Bible. No. Okay. The man-made climate crises that you're going to get ready to see, the food shortages, everything. Cling close to what keeps you sane. For me, it is God. Cling close to what keeps you sane, because there is a battle for your soul that's getting ready to happen. That's already starting. There is. And my next move is to start writing on Substack. I've been doing some reading and trying to connect current conflicts with what's been prophesied. No, I'm not a prophet. I'm not, but there's examples in there. And so that's for me, like, but I'm going to start writing that in a Substack. I'm going to share it with people. It's not about religion. I'm not telling you how to feel. I'm not telling you, I'm just saying though, like, it is some of the stuff that I'm seeing, I'm like, it's almost, I can't even say it on YouTube because YouTube might take me down. YouTube might take me down. I say, even that, I won't stop saying what's reality, and it's bleeding into a spiritual realm. And I will talk about that too. So, but I have to share it on different platforms. I won't stop. Like, I won't, because I know that these times are coming. Simple things like, what is a woman is now an issue. Can men get pregnant? I asked somebody that the other day. They took forever to answer the question. I said, the fact that you cannot say no is the problem. Okay. A man can't get pregnant. No, he cannot. So you see reality, they messing with it. So you need to stay in reality, and don't be afraid to say what's true. Don't be afraid to say what you know. okay? Because reality is still reality, no matter how many definitions they try to change. All right, guys, you guys are amazing. Oh my God, I'm so excited. This live went much better than I thought it would because I was like, oh my God, I'm lagging, and I knew the live is you lagging, but it wasn't bad. It wasn't bad at all. So thank you for coming through. You guys, we got this. We got this. This is also, an example, like I said, to tell us like they coming for us, whatever. Like, when I say coming for us, y'all know what I mean. I'm not trying to fearmonger at all, but we got this. Like things like this, the community coming together, talking. If they ban me here, find me on Rumble. I have to get everything under control so that we could always have voices together. Sometimes you need support. I've seen Twitter's tweets like, guys, stay strong. Things are happening, but we got this, and yes. I'm blessed to have this platform. Thank you for listening to me. I am honored to have come here with y'all tonight. Have a good night, guys. Hug your family. Just have a good night, guys. Balance it all out. I'll see you at the next one. Bye.